Hi everyone, welcome to the flyover of Reeves Section 3 and Section 4. Just to let you know where we're at currently. We've just taken off from the Diamondback State Pad, which is in the southwest corner of Reeves Section 4. And we just turned to look at the southern border, which is that road just past the row of power lines. You can see that road goes east-west, and if you follow the power lines, you can see a road that's going north-south, intersects with it. That is the far corner and your west boundary. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fly over to that corner. We will turn and head north along the west boundary of Section 4 until we reach the northwest corner of Section 4. Okay, and we've reached that northwest corner of Section 4, and we're going to turn 90 degrees and look down what would be the north border of Section 4 and Section 3. To your top right of the screen, that road that is angled, at the top right of the screen is County Road 437. And where it makes a little bit of a curve up there, all the way at the top of your screen, is going to be where 437 goes into Section 3. So right now we're looking from the western border of Section 4 across Section 4 and all the way across Section 3. So it's going to take a few minutes because we're flying about 1.5 miles. We're going to fly mostly eastward, and we're going to turn and head south. And in that far top right corner of the screen, you can see there's a pad out there. That is where the SWD is located. And we're going to go ahead and eventually make it to this crossroad here. It's not really a road, it's just kind of an old farm road, or the road they made when they put those electrical poles in. Either way, we're going to follow that. Right now we're pointed right at your SWD, which we'll see a few minutes later. We don't end up flying all the way over there just because of we didn't have that flight time on the battery. So far we've flown about 2.5 miles. So we're now crossing over County Road 437. And again, that's your SWD right ahead of us. No, it doesn't seem like we're moving too quickly, but we're actually traveling at about 35 miles per hour at about 200 feet in the air. So you can see the SWD sort of coming into view, and again we'll see it up close later. Now we're looking at the southern border of Section 4. Now we're looking back over it where we took off at Diamondback State. So on the left of your screen, there we go. You see that looks like a road. That's where the power lines are. That's almost the southern border. So we're going to fly somewhat close to that area, kind of flying in a southwest direction right now. And then we're going to turn directly west and head back to that pad for a battery change. And you can see those power lines coming into view. There's a lot of power lines out there, lots of power. The only problem is to get power out there. It takes about 3 months, 3 to 4 months for the co-op to get out. They're so busy. It takes them a while to get out there for hookups. So you follow those power lines, and you can see that little lease road just to the left of the power lines up here, where 437 comes across. That's going to be right around the southern border, and that'll make more sense to you when we look at Section 3 when we leave, take off from your SWD here in the future in the video. All right, and that is Diamondback State. You can see the old pit from when they drilled it a long time ago. You can see how much traffic is on that pad. Okay, we'll come in, and this is bringing us back right to that little rock formation in the corner, the southwest corner of Section 4. So we basically just flew around the border of Section 4, cut the corners, just trying to save some time on the battery and make sure that we get the drone back safely. Okay, so we've just been looking at a picture of the SWD, so that you can kind of have a mental idea of where we're taking off from now. We're just on the far side of the SWD. We drove all the way over there from the Diamondback State pad to the SWD. We're going to turn around and get a good look at it. There it is. So we were looking at it from the other side, and then we went ahead and cut the video to this side. And as you can see, it looks like there's some generators out there. So I don't know how long it's been running, but it may or may not have been hooked up to the electrical grid yet. So there's the entrance to the pad for the SWD. Going to gain some altitude, and we'll go ahead and fly along the southern border of Section 3. Right now we're in the southwest corner of Section 3. Section 3 is just to the east of Section 4. All right, so we're gonna head over to the old, I believe it's 57-2 well location, and I think we're able to speed the video up here because it is about a mile out there. There we go. Okay, so you can see the road, how it goes under and south of the power lines. That's going to be where your southern border is. It's not defined all the way across Section 3 and 4, but that looks like where the southern border is going to be. So we're flying about 35 miles an hour. I sped the video up 3.5 times. So that would put us in that video about 100 miles an hour going over the terrain. So there's the old, I believe that's 57.1 or 57.2. Now this will be the southeast corner of Section 3. And there's not much else on Section 3, as you'll see. I'm going to fly around and take a look at the northern side of this well site, and then we're going to head up to where the road enters section 3 at the northeast corner. So we'll swing around here. Not much there. The pump jack's locked in there. Doesn't look like anything's been running out there for a while. Wouldn't surprise me if that's where they end up drilling, somewhere over here. I'm not sure though. You can figure that out with Glenn, your landman. Alright, so there's the old easement. It looks like a road. That's the easement. That's a pipeline that they put through Section 3. And that's also going to be the eastern border of Section 3. So you can see that truck at the top of your screen. That's County Road 437. There's quite a bit of activity out here. I know everyone says, oh well, you know, hey, it's 3 miles off road. Well, there's activity 7 and 10 miles off the road, off Highway 285. So there's the entrance over there on the right of your screen, and we'll get a nice shot of that here in the future. And those are your neighbors to the north of you. Houston and Anita, I sent you guys some pictures of them drilling that those wells. It turned out to be Cimarex wells. They're like Skyjack or Sky Captain or Sky something. But there's 4 pads. They're getting ready to. It looks like they're getting ready to frack that well site over there. And then in the far right, you can see where they've built a facility for all those. So towards the center of your picture, you can see a truck pulling into what looks like a squarish area, and that would be the prime area for the man camp that we've been discussing. So I drove my truck out on there. I'm actually not driving, I'm flying the drone. I'm not driving and flying. That's one of the old Fortune wells. That might be 57.1. There's another one off over to the back. There's a little pump jack out there that's still running. We'll see how long it runs when they do that frac near you. That might hit it. So sorry about the camera there. It's pretty touchy. Just trying to get a good shot of where the man camp would fit into the picture. It's pretty nice. You can see how it has natural drainage away from that pad. It seems to be pretty level. There's a couple hills to the south of the pad. Okay, so real quick, we cut. Sorry about that cut. We are directly over where 437 comes into Section 3. So you can see that fence, or what's left of a fence. It's pretty old, mostly still wood and barbed wire. So the truck is driving on 437, and now we're going to pan up, I believe. In the middle of your screen would be the northern border of Section 3. So you can see how close your neighbors, Cimarex, put their wells. So as you can see, good bit of activity out there. So all I'm going to do here is just fly along the north border of Section 3, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. This beautiful landscape. You're looking at, I've been told, is the biggest little forest in the world. The trees are about 2 foot tall, but they're classified as trees, so this is technically forest. Section 3 is at a pretty good elevation. It drops down and it keeps going down the further east you go down into the basin, which is a good thing. I don't know much about the history of this area, but it's higher elevation on 4. If you stand on the Diamondback State that we originally started the video, if you stand on that pad, you can look around and look 360 degrees and look down over the entire field. It's one of the 2 highest points in that entire area. And again, just taking a shot of the pad there and dropping down in elevation. Just give you a couple different perspectives. And speeding it up, this would be equal to doing about 120 miles an hour. And just taking a quick glance down the east border of Section 3. Not much out there, but that elevation does go up just a little bit. It's a little hilly over there. Okay, 360 degree pan there. There's that easement, and again you can see where your border fence comes across. So I'm just going to fly along that border and just see what they've got going on over on the other side. You can see what looks like a new road there. It's not really that new. Once they started building those pads, they kind of made it look nice. That's the old, I guess you call it a farm road or old lease road. It used to look like where you see those 2 tracks coming off. It used to look like that. And then that runs to that pad. But you can see how the old road that runs east and west there, which is up and down on our screen that I just panned away from, is north of all these pads. So I'd be interested to see the GPS coordinates of Section 3 just to verify that Cimarex did, in fact, drill on your northern neighbor's land and not accidentally on your land, because that'd be a problem for them. Not for you guys. Okay, so I think this is about it. This is me just coming in for a landing. We had about a 13 mile per hour crosswind. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, just let me know, and I can go out there and get pictures for you. I do have some wells that I visit that are in the area, so it's no big deal. All right, thanks for watching, and hope to talk with everyone soon. Y'all be safe.